So today I'm going to walk down here to the big garden and start tearing some of the cattle panels down that we used for trellises this summer, and I'm going to take them up to the chicken yard and make a small cattle panel greenhouse for them to get in out of the weather and help keep our compost system going this winter when it's really cold. So basically I basically just want three cattle panels. I got three on this row here. I only got two on that one. So I'm gonna take them three there up above and make a small greenhouse for the chickens. So I got everything ready to put this up except the plastic. I'll have to go cut it. But I got all the cattle panels. As you see, I just drug them up here. I got the stakes that I'm going to use. I cut them 30 inches long. So I guess the key to it all is, so I'm going to do it in the chicken yard while the chickens are in here. I'm not sure. I probably ought to fence them out of the way where I'm going to be, because they're going to get in my way and I don't want to hurt them. But I'm going to try to do it without fencing them away from me. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. So hopefully it all works out. But they're right where I want to put it at. They're down here playing right now. They're all down there playing, so we'll see how they end up. Hopefully they let me work. All right, so I'm going to try to keep this. I'm going to take the pitchfork and try to push the compost up the hill just a little ways. I like to have enough room between the little shelter I'm building and this fence, the garden fence, so that I could walk through comfortably and not worry too much. And I want to start at about, I don't know, 3 feet or so from where the end of the ramp is on their little chickshaw. So that's my plan anyways. I want to try to do that, but every time I get the pitchfork out and do it in the garden, in this area, the chickens come running, which they're already playing in the compost. The straw's there because it was pretty muddy, and I just threw the bale straw out the other day. I threw it everywhere actually. But I'm going to try to do this. Hopefully they cooperate, which I'm sure they won't, but it'll all come out in the wash. It'll all work out. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Yeah. This one here's a pretty nice chicken. Her name is Trump, because look at her hair. Yeah, she's a pretty good girl. Yeah, ain't you? You're a good girl. She follows me around when I'm in here, because she knows I get the pitchfork out and there's worms and sprouts and stuff, so they like that kind of thing. So that went pretty well. The chickens actually left me alone for the most part. So now I need to go. So now I'm gonna take a measure 8 feet from this first one I put in here. From that one right there, measure 8 feet up and put another one in. Then I need to figure out how to, it don't need to be perfectly square, but I want to square it somewhat, because I just don't like how stuff looks when it's ugly. But it's going to be leaning downhill anyways, because we sit on a slope. This side here will be, the side I just put in will be probably a foot and a half lower in elevation than the upper side. That's just how much slope we have here. I know the camera doesn't show it justice, but we have a pretty good slope. So I'm going to measure that up, try to get this first corner squared, and go back and go from there. So So I got all the stakes in the ground and got all the compost piled where I want it. Well, not necessarily where I want it, but where it is. And it's fine where it's at as far as that goes. So I'm gonna try to bring them cattle panels in and not interrupt the chickens too terrible much. They're pretty curious critters, so I think I can do it all right easy enough. But it's gonna be a chore, and I want to make sure I want to make sure they're safe, and I don't end up hurting them with the cattle panel or whatever. I'll set you up there. I can't see where you're looking because the sun's right straight in my eyeballs. You should be able to see me there, hopefully. I'm gonna drag the cattle panel under their fence so I don't gotta worry about it any. And then I'm gonna drag it. I'm gonna start back here and work my way out that way. I'm gonna zip tie everything together. And I'll show you how I do it after I get it on. Then I'll get the plastic out and put it on last. But I'll explain to you the whole process before I put the plastic on. Follow me around so I can explain why I did what I did. As you've seen, I put this up. It took me 15 minutes at most to put this together. Honestly, even driving these in the ground I might have a half hour or maybe 40 minutes in it so far. I got some plastic I need to put on. I'm just going to put it on with zip ties like I did everything else. We use zip ties for everything actually. So hopefully what I did was I zip tied this. I zip tied the cattle panels to these. How you doing there, big guy? Huh? I zip tied them to this, so hopefully the wind can't blow it apart. So, and I did that on all of them. Every panel has 2 stakes, and there's 3 panels, and every one of them's got a zip tie on it. And I zip tied them together here in the middle as well. Not, you know, there's one there, so on and so forth. So hopefully it all stays together. My only concern is with the wind coming. Is it going to want to pull it up out of the ground? I don't think it can. It's in there pretty good, so hopefully it won't. But I guess if it lands on my truck one morning when I get up to go to work, I guess that's where it ends up. But so there should be plenty of room here for us to walk through. The chickens can come through here too, but I wanted to have enough room that it was easy to get through here. So what we're going to start doing now is, once I get the plastic on here, we're probably going to push their chickshaw back a little bit. And our compost will start back at their chicken tractor. And it'll come out this way, because this here is pretty much done. I could take this out right now and it wouldn't matter at all. That there is looking really good. What's in their food ring, I'm going to take the food ring out. I'm probably going to bring it in here as well. So this will be working its way outside, and the rest will start working its way through the greenhouse, through this greenhouse area. So it'll do several things. You could actually keep their water in here, and it shouldn't freeze on them anymore. I'm not going to put ends on it, but so I need to have airflow. But it still would help keep it from freezing. The compost will help keep it warm as well, and the chickens will be more active in the wintertime instead of less active like they are now. They've been pretty inactive, but we've had snow on the ground for a while. And they should pick up their egg production with the heat. They'll be in here working, and their eggs we should get more eggs out of them now. We've lost a couple days. We've only gotten like 8 eggs a couple times, but we still are averaging probably 10 a day. We've gotten up to 13 one time, the most we've ever got, which we only got 14 hens, so that's not too bad. So I'm going to finish putting plastic on. The plastic I got's not big enough. I'm going to have to put it on 2 pieces, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get from one end to the other with the plastic, but I'm going to put it on zip ties as well. So. I need to go find me, get my scissors. I left them out here where I cut the plastic out, but I can't poke through that with my finger.
I can get there from here. Now, how many places are you gonna put that onto?
Probably not enough. I don't know. Several throughout. And I just want to put it fairly tight, get the corners fastened in. I'll probably put it probably right here in the middle, and probably 3 places, and then around the edges. Tore.
Oh no!
Because it kept catching on this, I had a hard time getting it across there.
Oh. Well, let some air in.
Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt anything.
I was just cutting off the excess.
There. That should do it. So hopefully, the chickens work on the compost. But I don't know if they will. Probably need to open it up a little bit more so they can get in.
I was going to say just push it back.
There you go, ladies.
First one walked in and walked back out.
Yeah, well, one in there.
Oh, okay, cutie pie.
Yeah, so we'll be doing compost in there now instead of out in the elements. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it works for us. If it does, we'll definitely keep you all in the loop on it. What's up and what ain't up. Goods and bads. I think it's going to work good. I hope. I just hope they realize they can get in on either end. But who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. They're curious critters. Not real smart, but they're curious. So that's going to wrap this up. If anybody's got any suggestions on this, let us know. Let us know your thoughts on this. I'd like to know. So till we meet again, take care and God bless.